Hello everybody, it's Obering, and I wanted to show you sort of the things that I have finished and that are accomplished. So for now, as you can see, I added a little detail here with the logs and the railroad. Now the railroad isn't complete yet because it doesn't actually go anywhere yet, and that's something that I'm going to work on today. But up here I put in that tree farm that I've been wanting to put in. It's really simple, nothing complicated, just whatever this thing is called up here that I don't remember. A harvester and a planter, and that's it. This room is really just barrels, put things in the barrels, and into a redstone furnace that sort of feeds back into itself. Sorry about the noise. Sort of feeds back into itself and really just sort of powers itself now. So I'm just letting that stock up on wood and charcoal, and ooh, that is really loud. I'm putting some extra sludge over here. I'm gonna have to put one of the muffler things there. Sound mufflers, but I'll do that in a sec. So that's pretty much it for that. But so with all of that production that I have of trees and a little bit of charcoal, it's time that I actually figured out my power situation. Now the way that I'm going to do my power situation, like I think I said last time, is I'm going to do a steam boiler with a steam oven. So I'm just going to ship the wood from there to here using that railroad, and then I'm going to ship it till about right here, and here is going to be my power station. Now my power station, I think, is going to be a lot of fun because because it is steam, or it will be steam powered, I figured I should do something steamy. And the one thing that comes to my mind when I think of steamy is I remember Howl's Moving Castle. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's amazing. But he's got this castle that's like coal powered, or it's powered by a coal creature, or something around those lines. It's a Miyazaki thing. I don't even understand half of it. But so a steam powered kind of dealio. So it's going to be a very Howl's Moving Castle inspired building. It's going to be right around here, and it's going to be a 9x9. So why don't we get started on getting that part built today. Alright, so here's the plan. We're gonna give this thing legs. Yes, we're gonna give it legs. We're gonna give it a leg right around there. So I really wanted a blank template, and that's really why I did this. Because I want to start with this leg contraption that I'm trying to come up with, and I think I'm gonna make it more like a Star Wars chicken walker than a Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle has 4 legs, I have found out. Alright, let's try. We're gonna try obsidian. I don't know why, but I feel like obsidian might be kind of fun. Alright, that's already looking better. I'm already a bigger fan of this. I'm putting way too much effort into this, and then I'm going to take it apart because I'm not going to like the fact that how the quarry stone looks. Like that's going to be what happens here.
But that really is the process. Like, you have to build it and then rebuild it and keep constantly adjusting it. Like, you shouldn't just build it and then out of sheer laziness or the fact that you put way too much work into something, not try to fix it until you're happy with it. At least that's my opinion. Like, no, you should be happy with your builds. You shouldn't be half-assed happy with them. Should I do the leg next? Yeah, I should do the leg next. I don't know. I'm gonna make some infernal stone for the part that I already have planned in my head. That is not what I was hoping to see there. Are you for cereal? You're for cereal. Oh my goodness, every goddamn time. So I've decided that instead of trying to figure out this leg thing is just driving me insane. I'm gonna start on sort of the bottom bits of this building, and the reason for that is I want to actually find what color is going to contrast this infernal brick more than I want to find a color that's going to fit with the leg. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself right, but I think it'll give me I think it'll help me decide in a little bit what I'm gonna make this leg out of once I have this bit. One of the things I wanted to make sure with this is I wanted to add rivets to it. Now I'm not so sure about that anymore. So my idea was to add sort of rivets like that. And I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I tried it out first because that looks dumb. So, how do I like the bottom? I don't know if I do. That's okay. What we're going to do, I'm gonna go to the top, and I have made some of these frost flakes, and I'm gonna do them in brick because if I do them in the solid, it'll, I think, there won't be enough contrast between the infernal bricks and the frost bricks, or the frost blocks. Alright, so that's not looking awful. And then this would need some sort of foot. Like, I don't know. Not that, but something like that, and same thing on the other side. So, how do I make this not look stupid? I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm going to leave it there for now, but I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Alright, so my dilemma right now is finding the right color. Oh, not the right color, the right thing to line this up with. Now, I do... Actually, what I think I might need to do nope. So I finished my wheel and my leg, and I'm pretty happy with my leg. I think the leg is looking pretty cool. I was trying to do that whole, like, try to frame it with some sort of white block, but I was having a really hard time with it because, like, I couldn't frame it around the pillars. I couldn't go, like, right there. So it was either I just do the full blocks, and it looked a little weird. So I wasn't a fan at all. So then I remembered these hollow blocks, and I stuck those in, and that actually gives it that contrast that I was looking for with the white border. Pretty much why I wanted the white borders, because I wanted the legs to be separate. Like, I didn't want it to just... Ah ha ha ha, I saw you first, bitch. Now what I'm finding is that while I'm really happy with this leg, is that I'm at this point where I need this structure to be bigger. Because I made this big wheel here, this thing it's too small if I let it be just by itself. It needs to be bigger. And so I think I've come up with a really cool idea on how I'm going to make this bigger. And I might need a whole lot more inferno brick, which is just a pain in the ass. I have to go mine for the soul sand for it. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna bring the room down. Alright, it's starting to get fat enough. Like, it's starting to get that nice fatness that I needed it to have. Yeah, that's looking really good. And I'm okay, like, you see how now we have that's sort of how it curves in here, it keeps going. And I know it's kind of steep over here, and I guess I could make this less steep, but nah, I'm pretty good with it like that. And then this middle bit, all of this part here, it's all just gonna get filled in with useless blocks. So that's where we're at. I did the same thing to the other side. I think it's looking good, and it'll look better once I have sort of the housey bits up here. And I am gonna make them look housey like. As you can see, I sort of did it over here. So for now, I guess I have to attach these things together. So let's see what I can do about that. So that's looking good. I think I'm gonna add something. So I need to finish this in. I think I'm gonna add something here. Like in Howl's Moving Castle, he's got like pipes and stuff that look like eyes and the tongue. So I might try to do something similar. Now, as I was saying earlier, I was having a hard time with this particular spot right here, which is that there's a lot of empty spots. And so the way that I've decided to sort of fill these spots is to fill them up with more of these weird gear things.